Hello everyone, Gifted Soul here. I am doing a pick a card reading regarding if you are going to get into a relationship soon. New love. This is more so for those who are looking for something new, people that are currently single, basically. So yeah, we'll just be looking into if you will be getting into a relationship soon. What will that relationship bring you? Things like that. Zodiac sign, possibly. Stuff of that nature. This is collective, which means that it is not going to resonate with everybody, nor is it meant to. So keep that in mind. Just take whatever resonates and whatever doesn't, just don't worry about it. Only take to heart what you truly believe. So I have a few decks here, and I'm going to get into which ones I'm using. They're not in order, so this is the Barbieri or Zodiac Oracle by Barbara Moore. I've had this for a long time, but haven't used it in a long time. This is the how I will determine the zodiac sign, or at least what category they will be in. Angel Answers by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine, which is the top card. The Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle by Holland. And then Sacred Power Reading Cards by Anna Stark. So, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate over the piles. Now, since it is more than one card being used, there is, let me count. Oh, and the Romance Angels Oracle deck I'm using as well. I forgot to list that. So I'm using 5 decks, and with that being said, I do not recommend you picking more than one pile when there are that many decks being used. Now, if it's 1 or 2 cards, yeah, but you'll just end up being confused and overwhelmed with more than one pile, because not all piles are guaranteed to be the same type of message. So I would just stick with one, especially when there are multiple decks being used. Now, if it's a 1 card reading, or maybe even 2 to 3 cards, possibly it would make sense to pick maybe 2. But do whatever you feel called to do. Even in this video, if you feel like you need to pick all 3, go right on ahead. So I am going to go ahead and get started. Okay. So if you have picked number 1, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So, will those who have choose pile number 1 get into a relationship soon? So, we have the unlikely card. Now, this does not mean that you won't get into a relationship. It's just saying that you won't be getting into one soon, or that it's not the best time for you to go after it. Unlikely means that there's just a high chance that you will not be getting into a relationship soon. So yeah. And we have sadness and isolation, so that makes sense. The number on the card is 3. So sadness and isolation, it's just going through a period of alone time, basically isolating yourself from other energies. And this possibly is why you will not get into a relationship soon, because you're not putting yourself out there. You're staying in your shell. You're staying on the inside. You got the blinds closed, the curtains drawn closed, your door is locked shut. So as long as you keep doing that, you're not going to find anybody. Now, you can do online dating, but again, this is a matter of you putting yourself out there, regardless of what type of dating you're looking to do. So these go together very, very perfectly. This is likely why it's unlikely that you will be in a relationship soon. So if you want to get things going and make it happen soon, you need to put yourself out there. You might be isolating yourself because of a past breakup that you're still grieving over, or maybe just generally you're not a people person. Maybe you're not socializing. Maybe you have been given the opportunity to be with people, but you're kind of nitpicking at different situations and different people, and they're not meeting up to your standards. Sometimes we can set standards that are a bit too high, so try not to be too picky. And that's not a bad thing. Sometimes it's good to be picky, but don't get beside yourself and say every person is not for you just because one thing seems a bit off. So kind of be open to accepting different types of people. Okay, so what is their possible zodiac sign? We have Pisces. So if not Pisces, it will be any of the following water signs possibly, which is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So if this is not their zodiac sign, it could be yours. It could also just be their sun, moon, or rising. Does not have to be their primary sign, or it's just some qualities that they have within them. So keep that in mind as well. And if this is not their zodiac sign, this could be around the time that you would meet this person. The birth dates of a Pisces, maybe those are the months you'll meet them. Water sign birth dates. So this reading is if you're getting into a relationship soon, and so far I don't see that you will be unless you stop isolating yourself. So this is the card that is telling us what will this person bring to me, or what will this relationship bring me. However, again, your set seems to be that you won't be getting into one soon, but whenever you do, it looks like it's going to bring you open and honest communication, being able to have somebody to talk to. Also, this could be a sign that you are needing to work on the way you communicate with other people, expressing yourself and not holding back. Again, just another way of not isolating yourself, getting to know people, talking to people, and just being very communicative and understanding. So that's relationship is going to teach you that, but also this is something that you can learn so that you can get into a relationship. And a romance angels card, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So while you won't be getting into a relationship soon, whenever you do, again, don't be too picky. There is such a thing as being just way too picky. But do be discerning, do be cautious. If something seems off, go with your gut. These are signs maybe that you didn't pay attention to in the past with people you've been with before, and it just ended up leaving you in not a good place. So take that as a lesson from those relationships and move forward into new ones, knowing that you do have to keep your guard up sometimes. However, most of your reading is about being open, but this is just reminding you to still observe and see if there is anything off about the person. Don't be too picky, but still be cautious. So that was set one's reading. If you would like a reading more specific to your energy, please visit my Etsy shop or my website and contact me, and I will. I don't offer a reading like this on my website, but if anybody's interested, let me know, and I might make that change and add it to my site. when I say reading like this, yes, you can ask a question like this, but I mean like a full general out reading like this I don't have. So that was set 1, and I'm going to move that pile over here and get into number 2. So will we get into a relationship soon? So we have no. So this does not mean you won't get into a relationship. It just means that it won't be soon, or that it's not meant to be soon. This is about the name of the card is Seek. The number is 9. This is about going after what you are wanting and seeking something that's going to bring you joy, happiness, peace, and tranquility. And I kind of feel like you might attract those that are on the wild side. You don't do it intentionally. When I say wild side, I mean those that are kind of risque, adventurous. Sometimes they just don't care about things, which is good to be carefree sometimes, but not 100%. Seek. It's kind of like set number 1 where it's saying put yourself out there. You're not going to find anything if you're just sitting there. So it looks like you two are, you know, crisscrossing paths there with set 1. So if you like and you have picked set 2, set 1 may be meant for you as well. It's pretty much so far the same answer. It's also, this card though means also that you're really not ready for a relationship for whatever reason. You have other things to prioritize first. There's a need for you to live in solitude, take a break. You focused too much on relationships in the past, and honestly right now it's time to focus on yourself. So right now a relationship, for some reason the universe right now is saying no. It's not time for you to be seeking a relationship. You're needing to seek a relationship with yourself at this time and make time for yourself. But also it just means that you're not going to be in a relationship soon. It doesn't mean you won't be in one. So yeah. So let's see what. Now the reading is. This was supposed to be what is the person's zodiac sign. So far your set has mentioned that you won't be getting into a relationship soon. So Jupiter. I have not, again, used this deck in a while, so I'm really going to have to think about that before I give my 2 cents on what that is. So Jupiter really isn't. I'm sure it's connected to a zodiac sign, but I'm not exactly sure which one. Astrology isn't my method of connecting with those that I read for. But I will, for this, I am pulling out the guidebook. I get fire sign energy around this mostly. Okay, so I had a phone call. The phone only wants to ring when I'm recording, and traffic only seems to want to come through when I'm recording. Notice I'm probably going to mention that in every video. So I'm pulling out the guidebook, and just because I have not studied the planets in this deck or generally, so zodiac signs I'm pretty good at. I don't really use them for my readings, but I know a little astrology here and there. So I'm pulling out the guidebook just to read the qualities that this has. So this will either be your qualities or the person qualities that you will eventually end up meeting. And right now, I'm going to assume this will be yours since you won't be in a relationship anytime soon from what this says so far. And again, this is not resonating with everybody. So Jupiter. It says Jupiter is associated with the Roman god Jupiter, ruler of heaven and earth. Thought of as a fair and just protector, Jupiter is often thought of as the planet of luck and expansion, to desire, to understand the bigger picture, to prosper, and to experience joy. You are a big part of Jupiter's influence. Optimism, faith, and spirituality play roles in these issues. So it could be yours and the person's qualities that you will eventually meet, or your qualities here. So I get fire sign energy, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. For those of you who picked this set, and it does not have to be you, nor does it have to be your primary sign. It could be your either primary, yours, the person you're going to meet, or it is a part of other areas of your chart, which is sun, moon, rising, things like that. So I don't know, that's just the energy I get off that. I'm in no way saying that fire sign is associated with Jupiter. That's the signs that spirit is throwing out at me to give to those who have picked this set. So this is the card that says, what is this new relationship going to bring me? However, again, I don't see you getting into a relationship soon. However, when you do, this is what it will bring. So it looks like it's going to bring you change, transformation, a new perspective, seeing things in a new light, new perception, seeing things through other people's eyes. So lots of change going on. Maybe you fear change, and it could be a part of the Seek card. Maybe that's why you haven't really been looking. So yeah, they're going to bring some change. It feels like positive changes for the most part. But also, again, do not forget to make sure that when you are in a relationship, you're not only nurturing the other person in the relationship itself, but you're not forgetting about you at the same time. And that's something I feel like you guys that pick this need to work on. And our Romance Angels card is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So pretty much just living in the present moment. Not necessarily make you more physically attractive, but just attraction all around. And you're found attractive by many people, but you tend to get distracted by the wrong things, I feel like. And this kind of makes people a little, not scared of you, but closed off to you a little bit. But you are attractive physically. You are attractive, generally speaking. It's just that sometimes you can veer off in the wrong direction, I feel. But for the most part, will you get into a relationship? Definitely. But I just don't feel it's going to be soon. And while you are in a new relationship, focus on that relationship and not a relationship in the past and not somebody else's relationship. I kind of feel like people that have picked this kind of get caught off guard and into other people's. And no, this is not in a bad way or meant to be rude. This is just the energy I'm getting. But yeah, just live in the present. and enjoy what you have in front of you, and don't worry about how you can try to make it different. Don't try to be like everyone else, basically. So, deuce. Okay, so that is those messages for those of you who picked set 2. If you would like a personal reading, please let me know. And more specific to your energy, visit my Etsy shop or website. Etsy, I am having a 20% off sale until the 28th. So do check that out. So let's get to number 3. Will I get into a relationship soon? So I'm going to take a little breather for about a second or so, because I didn't do that for the first 2. I didn't do that for the second set, and it looks like the second set is a lot like the first one, and it could be because I went right into the next one without taking a break. So, or some of you may have picked more than one set, and maybe that's why it ended up like that. They both attracted your energy, possibly. But yeah. So just a second. I don't feel drained, but it's just when you do that back to back and you're not taking a break, yeah, I could still have set 1's energy cross over into another pile. So that's why maybe those 2 piles were kind of like one and the same almost. So just a few seconds here and then we'll get started on number 3. Okay. So, number 3, will I get into a relationship soon? Recovery. So, this is obviously about healing, relaxation, meditation, things like that. You are recovering possibly from a recent breakup. Maybe just recovering generally as a person. I don't do health readings, but take this card however you want to take it. You could be just generally recovering from something in your life. And as far as if you're going to be getting into a relationship soon, right now you are still in a recovering process. And it could be a recovery process that you may need to go through and don't know you need to go through. So I'm going to say I wouldn't say soon. And it looks like that's the answer for all of these sets right now. But let's see. I do not want to go through that today. Crown chakra. Following your intuition. Focusing on deeper knowing. So it looks like a time of healing for you in deep, very deep meditation, very focused. So this will be the card of what zodiac sign possibly you could expect for this new person that's coming into your life. I don't feel like it'll be soon, but when they do, it looks like it says Saturn. Now, I have not studied the planets in this deck or generally, so what I'm going to do is look at the guidebook here to determine, and I feel a water sign with this. So Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer here possibly could be their zodiac sign or yours. It doesn't have to be primary zodiac sign. It could also be your sun, moon, or rising type of sign. It could be yours, theirs, or both of yours. If not a zodiac sign, it could be the birth dates that those birth dates will be the dates that around the time you would meet them. So Saturn. Okay. It says for Saturn, Saturn is associated with the Roman god Saturn, and sometimes with Father Time. Saturn is often called the hard taskmaker, probably because Saturn pushes us to feel ambition, set and achieve goals, and create secure lives. When we undertake these tasks, we usually learn important lessons through facing challenges. So it looks like, okay, so these could be their qualities or yours. Um, it looks like they're very motivational, if not you, them. They have long-term goals, and what they will try to do is push you to do better. So that is very good quality. So this next person coming into your life, that's going to be mostly how they are. They will always encourage you to do better and not to limit yourself. Um, so this is going to be, what would this relationship bring me? Looks like freedom. So freedom meaning you having control over your life. Freedom meaning you can be yourself around this person and not have to pretend to be anything other than that. Freedom being that you are comfortable, you can be free around them and just be carefree around them because they don't judge harshly. They are very, very understanding people. So yeah, looks like they're going to bring you freedom. And children is the card here. So your love life is being affected by children. Now this can mean a lot of different things. It could mean working with your inner child. Somebody maybe being immature and acting childlike. Maybe this person has kids already in their life. Maybe you already have them. Maybe you both already have kids in your life and you can join together, get to know each other, and maybe become a family, things like that. Maybe right now you're looking at this reading and focusing on somebody that has kids. Maybe you have kids with them. Maybe something like that. But again, it could also be their behavior, which is very childlike, can be immature, just childish generally. So, I don't feel like it's going to be soon you will meet someone. But I feel like compared to the other piles, it is going to be sooner than the people that picked the other two piles. It's going to be way sooner than those two. So in a way soon, but not soon. So that was the end of this reading. Please like, share, and comment if you have enjoyed. Put some suggestions down below of future pick a card readings. I will be happy to try to fulfill those requests for you. Just let me know. I'm open to any suggestions. I've done a lot of pick a card readings and I don't want to be repetitive. I've done a new love pick a card reading maybe last year. Was it last year or the year before? And that one turned out really well. It got a lot of views. If you would like to go look at it and see if the answers there kind of, ring the same as these, check it out. However, this is a more updated version. So, as I am only seeing for the energy at this time. So anyways, I love you guys and I thank you for checking out my videos. Again, subscribe if you're new. I try to do this often. I will be doing this more often. I am back. I'm not going to promise every day, but I will try every other day, if not every day. Or maybe a couple times a week. So do jot down some suggestions down below. If you'd like, I could do some full flip throughs of a few of these decks. Reviews, if anybody would like them, just let me know. I wish you guys love and light, and I hope you have a wonderful, right now to me it's night. You will probably be looking at this either tonight or tomorrow because it kind of uploads pretty slow sometimes. So if I'm lucky, it may take maybe about an hour to upload, maybe quicker. But anyway, bye guys.